Hi, and welcome to another episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter, where today we are going to be putting these Thorn broadheads on my Piledriver arrows. These are 125 grain tips. They're titanium rip tip. It's an 1.75" cut. And they're made out of 75 aluminum frame aircraft type stuff. Okay, so we're going to be putting these on, we'll be weighing them, and also doing a spin test with everything today. But before we get started with today's show, remember, look me up on youtube.com, user, or say /user /Rob Rowe, or 10 Rob Rowe, and hit that subscribe button down below, wherever that's at. Ring that bell and give us a thumbs up. You can also find me on rumble.com. And up in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see a spot that says video. On that video, hit that video. The drop-down box will say channel, and then type in Utah Crossbow Hunter, all one word, and hit that subscribe button at the top. Then down below, hit that plus sign where it says Rumble. And I'll be your host, Robert. So with that said, let's get started with today's show. Okay, so here we are back. Like I said, we're going to be putting these Thorn broadheads on my Carbon Express Piledriver 390, and we're putting these on today. And you can see them. I haven't even opened this package yet, but I have some that are already open. So with that said, let's get started with some weights here. Let me bring this back over here. Okay, so I need to take these out. Give me just 1 second here. I was playing around here a little bit and I forgot to take this stuff out. Okay. Alright, so we're going to get started with weighing the first one here, because I already got some that was on my gold tips that I'm moving over to my other crossbow. So these already got the practice tips on them, as you can see there. And if you also look at these, again, there's a ridge right here. You want to make sure this little ridge is facing down and the wide part is up at the top. So let me get my scale turned on here and let's get started with the first one. Okay, so that first one comes at 126.6. And let's put it on arrow number 1. And one thing I've noticed on that when I've been playing with these a little bit, they are very, very sharp. And I like that. My first weight with the arrow, 483.4. Let's move over here to number 2. Now these practice tips, where they got these practice tips, they don't make that much of a difference in weight. Maybe 1 grain, which is sufficient. So that's not going to make a big difference when you're out there in the field after you take your practice tips off. That's what I like about these Thorn broadheads, is you can practice with them and shoot them. 483.6. Okay. And let's get this one here. Arrow number 3. 127.2 is the weight of that tip. Okay, and the arrow weight. 6.0. Okay, so now we're going to open up my package and get out the other ones. And it's real easy to open up that package. I like that. Some of these ones, it takes forever and a day, and you got to cut them up and all that kind of stuff. And I really, personally, I really don't like that. Okay, so let's get out the first one here. And I will show you how to put these shear pins in. Okay, so you want to make sure when you're doing this, let me put this down here so you can see it. These shear pins go all the way back so your tip is coming out there. You take your practice thing here, practice cone or whatever you want to call it. Yep. And they're really hard to get on. But, well, not that hard, just they just snap in there. Okay. And then you take this shear pin, stick it all the way in, comes out the other side, and you just pull it until, uh-oh, I just broke one. No biggie, I got a bunch of these here. The only thing I don't have a bunch of is that yellow pin. Yep. Kind of push it through there a little bit. Just a little bit at a time, pull it through. Let me take the weight off there a little bit. Alright, come on. And I broke another one. That's not good. Let me get some other ones I have here that are probably a little bit better. Okay. Oh. They got 2 tackle boxes now. It's got all my stuff in it. Alright, let me pull out one of these other ones here. I don't know why that it's doing that. Alright. Those ones look a little bit thicker than these ones here that I have. That might be the big difference. Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, I do not have my knife here with me to cut off that little portion right here. Okay, I don't know how well you can see that. Let me see if I can bring it up here. So you just excuse me. So you just cut that off. And let me see if I have my knife here. Let me look at my other box here. Alright. Because I know I got a knife. Where is it? Uh-oh. So my knife is missing, but I do have something up here. There we go. So I do have a knife here close by though. And let me get that out. And we will just cut that off. There we go, just like that. Okay. Like I said, I'm not afraid to show you guys my mistakes and all that kind of good stuff. Or some people cut all that stuff out. I don't. Okay. Alright, let me adjust my camera here a little bit. Okay. So, let's put that sleeve back on. And let's turn that on. And let's weigh this one at 123. And it's going to go on arrow number 10. Where is it? There it is. $123.8, and we'll just put that on there. And now we will weigh the arrow. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, 481. 81.2. So that one's just, it looks like it's within my 2 grain preference that I like. And you pull out the next one here. Okay, come on. Alright, so I got my next one here. And we'll put the practice sleeve on this one. I'll just snap that sucker right in there. Yeah. There we go. It just snaps in there. And we'll try this one more time, just to see if we can get it to get in there. Looks like this one is going in a little bit easier. I'm just kind of easing it in there. And it looks like this one, oh, that one's doing the same thing. So pull that one out. It looks like on these ones here, I don't know if I'll be able to show you or not, but I will try. Show you the difference in the ones that they sent and the ones that I have previously. That you see how thick that one is, and how a little bit thinner that one is. It's just a little bit thinner. I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not. We'll find out when we go out and shoot. And whatever that's going to be, because it's still pretty chilly outside. So we'll cut this one off. Okay. Okay, so that one's cut off. Put the weight back on, turn on my scale. Let's see here. 123, and that one's going to go on number 11. 123.8. And the weight on this one is 483.4. But what I don't have for my next one, I do not have another practice sleeve. So this one here, I just dropped my weight on the floor. Where is it? Oh, lucky! My lucky day. Okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll put in the pin. So I might have to do when I shoot is I might have to go pull a practice pin off another broadhead and put it on. So we'll pull that one through and we'll cut off the rest of it there. Okay, turn my scale back on, put my weight on. And that one comes in at 122, and that's on number 13, not 123.0. And we'll do my full weight. With my arrow here. $482. Okay. All right, so I have one arrow left over. So I got six and six, I should say, broadheads versus field tips. So let me get my stuff out of the way here, and we are going to do a quick spin test on all these. Just to make sure everything is good. Some of you have already seen the spin test here. So let me adjust my camera a little bit there. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see the back end, but that's okay. So we're going to do a really quick spin test with some tips on them. And this one has just a tad bit of wobble. I'm not going to worry too much about that until we get out and shoot. Perfect. Like I said, just doing these ones with the field tip here real quick. Perfect. Perfect. And I don't know how well you guys can see that in the camera. But let's, where are we at there? Bring that over just a little bit more. There we go. And that one has just a slight wobble to it. And this one here. I mean, I'm talking a very minute wobble, and that could be due to the field tip or the inserts or whatever. That's okay. So let's go and do the broadheads. Perfect. A little bit of a wobble there. Good. I mean, I'm not too worried about just a small wobble, like I said. I was looking for ones that are really out there with the wobble. Because those ones definitely are not going to fly right. Okay, so spin test, pretty much they all passed. Okay, so let's come back with some final thoughts here and go from there. Okay, so we are back. So looking at my weights, 483, let's see, 482, 483, 483, 486. So Uh, 481, 483. So it looks like we're looking good in the closeness, and then that's fine. Do have that one as 486, but as you recall, I also have one at 468 with the field tip, and I tried seeing what I could do with that, and there was absolutely nothing I could do. So again, it's these Thorn broadheads. And the thing I like about these Thorn broadheads, okay, let's compare them here to the field tips. I'll bring them up close here. Let's see. All right, so you can see they're pretty much, except for being longer, looks like a field tip. Okay, and the length is we're looking at. Let's see here. Probably an inch and a half difference. So, yeah, not bad. Okay. So, but one thing I do notice here is my sleeve is a little bit different on these ones. So I wonder, in weights, interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if that's making a difference in my weights. But again, we'll know more when we go out and shoot, whenever that's going to be, like I said. It's still a bit chilly. I want to get out. I'm itching to get outside and shoot. I'm tired of being inside and not be able to go out and do anything. Because if it was by myself, it'd be no problem. But it's my kids. Okay, they obviously have concerns for them outside being cold. Because I'll be quite honest with you, they don't keep jackets on at all. So then they complain about being cold. So that is my concern with that. But hopefully, I don't know, this weather has been really, really crazy. We've had some 50-degree days, but then we follow up days in the 30s, 40s. Say we're expecting snow later this week. Who knows? It just hasn't been good this year. And yep, my drink of choice. Good old Dr. Pepper. Because I haven't seen any cream soda lately at Walmart. So, okay. So with that said, take care of your family. Family comes first. By all means, get out there and hunt. And see you on the next episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter.